In a previous video, I explained that senior golfers very seldom improve. And this is because they've been misled. They've been misled into believing that to improve, they have to hit the ball farther, they have to get a better golf swing, they need to get better golf clubs, and they need to practice a lot more. What is true is that any senior golfer can start scoring lower immediately without doing any of those things. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how. Hi, senior golfers. Golf is a game that is played. And if you want to improve, it's easy. All you have to do is become a better player. Hitting the ball farther does not make you a better player. You're just the same player who hits the ball a little bit farther. Buying new golf clubs does not make you a better player. You're the same player with new golf clubs. Or you're the same player that practices more. Or you're the same player that has different swings. None of those things make you a better player. So I believe, and I've taught for over 20 years, that if you want to become a better player, you have to understand and become better at what you can effectively control on the golf course. And I wrote about it in my book, Understanding Golf, and also The Mad Science of Golf. I wrote that there's 6 things that you can effectively control on the golf course. And you need to understand what those things are, and you need to become better at them. You have to stop playing on autopilot. I had a recent student of mine went from a 24 handicap to an 18 handicap almost overnight through simply becoming better at what he could effectively control on the golf course. And I made a little diagram here to I'm going to illustrate how we used to play and how we became better. As an 18 handicap, for example, this is a par 3 hole similar to number 9 at Goose Creek, my home golf course. Today, the flag is in the back right-hand side. It's 155 yards from the hole. It's a difficult flag today. There's a deep sand trap on the left, and there's a water hazard on the right. And to the right of the green, it slopes down into the water hazard. So it's a tough hole. So this is how he used to play, my student, when he was a 24 handicapper. He plays on automatic pilot, meaning the first thing he does is he always does what club he's going to pick. So he uses his GPS or his rangefinder, and he determines the flag is 155. So he's going to pick for him, maybe it's a 4 hybrid. This is what he uses. Okay, next thing he does is what his shot's going to be. What's the play with him? It's automatic pilot. It's always aimed right at the pin. He always aims right at the pin, trying to make a hole-in-one. Now he tries to, before he has an intention, his intention is to make a hole-in-one. Now he's trying to set up to the ball, and as he's setting up to the ball, there's a lot of tension in his setup position because he's looking down the fairway. He sees this deep sand trap over here. He's been there before. He doesn't want to get there again. Sometimes it takes him 2, 3 to get out. When he does get out, he can go down here into the hazard. So he definitely does not want to be there. Secondly, he doesn't want to go in the hazard because it slopes down, and it's a one-stroke penalty, but it's also a tough drop down there. And again, double, triple bogey. So when he's over the ball, setting up, looking out there, he's got a lot of anxiety. As I remember my little snow globe here, here's his head. He's thinking. He's got a lot of tension, anxiety. Don't go here, don't go there. His setup is kind of moving around in a haphazard manner. The next thing he has control over what he wants to think about while he's swinging. But he's not aware of that. He's probably thinking about the last thing that seemed to work, some kind of a swing thought that worked for him. And he makes some kind of a controlling that swing thought while also having the intention to swing that way, but also thinking don't go here and don't go here and swing. It's very rough. And the idea, probably he's going to mishit the play. He's going to be either here or here or down here somewhere. So now he has his response, and he's going to be frustrated. He's walking up to the sand trap. He's told himself, don't go in the sand trap. I told myself, don't go there. Now I'm in there. His mind, he's in the sand trap. His mind is still racing because he's upset with himself. And he's probably going to take a couple to get out of there. And he's going to make a double, triple, or even more. That was the old player. Now he since we started working together, he started focusing on what he can't. He understands now what he can control. He wants to become a better golfer. So this is how he plays the hole. A lot different. Now he goes right here. He looks at the hole. He sees it's 155 yards, but now he starts here. He's selecting his play first before he selects the club. And he says, well, I don't want to go in this water hazard, so I'm going to aim so far left, I'm going to take it out of play. And I don't want to go in this sand trap. So I'm going to pick a club. The sand trap's 130 yards. So I'm going to pick a club that can't get in the sand trap. A club that'll leave me right here. And maybe for him, it's a 7 or 8 iron. So maybe the 8 iron. So he said, I'm going to take that and I'm going to aim there. Now he's selected a shot. He's got his club. Now his intention is A to B. He's going to hit right there. That's his goal. Anywhere in here. He just needs good enough. Golf's a game of good enough. You avoid the big miss hit. So now he takes his time. He's quiet. He's aimed so far left. This isn't in play. He's got a club that he can't get in the sand trap. So now his mind, as he gets over the ball, is pretty clear. He's relaxed. So he takes a lot of time, relaxes, make sure his body's nice and relaxed, takes time with his setup over the ball. He's very comfortable. In his swing focus, he's aware. That's very important when what he's thinking about while he's swinging during those 1.2 seconds. And he knows his awareness has to be exterior. It can't be on trying to control his body in some way. So he either sees the flight of the ball, or he sees the ball laying where he tends to go, A to B, or he thinks about just the club swinging freely, just in a relaxed, full swing. And then finally his response. After the play, he knows it's going to be here somewhere here. He knows he's not a mechanical swing machine. He's a human swing machine. So he's never going to swing the same way twice. Nobody does. But he's fine. He's anywhere in here. Then his the way he's going to play the goal. He's either chipping or putting, trying to get somewhat close. And if he can make a 4, that's a good score. This is a tough hole today. If it was down here, he'd be trying to make a 3. But back here, he's happy to make a 4. He's got a putt for a 3, but if he makes a 4, he's happy. So the secret is to start scoring lower immediately is stop playing an automatic pilot. Become aware of what you can effectively control and become better at it. And you can start improving. You can start having lower scores the next time you play. If you have any questions about that, just leave a comment below, or you can contact me on my website, effortlessseniorgolf.com.